Hello there. Hola. Today I'm going to talk about President AMLO's campaign promises. During his inaugural speech, he talked about 100 promises that later became commitments for his government. And he has been doing a lot of work, and I wanted to show you some updates. Let me share my screen here. Okay, all right, let's see. So here you can see that during his first address to the nation in 2019, he had compiled all 100 promises, and using a chart, he was able to show how much progress was done. Let me actually show you the chart, let's say here, in a better way here. Okay, I think this is much better. Okay, so I counted the number, actually I counted the number of promises that were still in progress, because most of them, as you can see, say cumplido, cumplido. That means that they are done. But I counted that there are about 20 promises, or there were 20 promises in 2019 that had the status of en progreso, or I'm sorry, en proceso, in progress. So many of them are important because all of them are important, but these ones probably require a longer period of time. And I wanted to, for example, mention that number 13, that refers to the availability of healthcare for all Mexicans, was really, really important, and it was done even before the pandemic started. So that was really a very timely decision, because the medical system, the hospitals, the resources, the number of physicians and nurses was not enough. And so he started working on increasing these numbers and increasing the results, even the year of 2 years before the pandemic. Okay, so that was number 13. There are others that I thought were very important. And like I said, the ones that are in yellow, I highlighted because they haven't been completed. They were in the process. And this is as of the beginning of the year, 2019. One very important promise that I thought I needed to highlight was number 55, which refers to the rule of law, which means that Mexico has to abide by all the laws and constitution, and all the laws have to be properly followed. There's no privilege, there's no impunity, and everyone should be subject to, the same rules. After that, there are others that I thought were important. Let me point them out to you. Some of them are like still in progress because they are like being constructed or being completed. Another one that I thought was important was, and there are so many, and I'll go back and talk about them. But safety for all Mexicans is important. So, for example, commitment 86, that the National Guard was going to complete 266 bases or coordination bases, was also very important, because they would allow the president and his government to reduce the number of crimes that were committed. Although President AMLO's approach is mostly, okay, we have the National Guard, but also we need to look at why there's this violence, what has caused it, and why, and how we can make it stop by addressing the origin of the problem, which is rooted in many other social issues. So that's, again, some of them are, again, related to violence. And I wanted to take this time again to tell you about these 100 promises that later became commitments, that became, again, part of a speech then they became commitments, and then there became actions that were completed. And I think that knowing that these 100 promises were part of the initial construction of the government, it's important for you to know. And we'll go back and revisit with them, especially because almost 3 years later, we have more updates and more of the promises have been completed. Okay. All right. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you around. Bye-bye.